Welcome to Daily Review, your daily dose of literary exploration. We dive into books that spark curiosity and ignite growth. While our passion often leads us to nonfiction reads that empower and improve your life, no book is off limits.
That's right. From gripping thrillers to insightful memoirs and compelling fiction to historical accounts, we're here to share and discuss all the interesting reads we discover.
Tune in for your next great book idea.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Daily Review.
We truly appreciate you joining us for your daily dose of literary exploration. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue to share these amazing books with you. Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into excerpts from David Greenberg's work on John Lewis.
Yeah, really powerful figure. Our mission today is really to unpack his journey, understand what drove that relentless pursuit of justice.
Let's start at the beginning. Humble beginnings, right? Moving from sharecropping to farming, settling into a new house.
That's right, with his dog, Riley. And what's fascinating is how early you see his core principles emerge.
Like that story about the chicken.
Exactly. His, what he called his first nonviolent protest. He was just 5 years old.
Refused to eat or speak for days because they cooked one of his chickens.
Yeah, it sounds almost, childish on the surface, but it really shows that early conviction, asserting a moral stance, even then.
And then came that really pivotal moment, hearing Martin Luther King Jr. on the radio.
Huge.
Yeah.
King's sermon, Paul's letter to American Christians. Lewis specifically recalled King saying, segregation is a blatant denial of the unity which we all have in Christ.
And Lewis said that it changed his life.
It absolutely did. You can see how that set him on his path.
Which led him right into the Nashville student movement. Now, they were known for being quite philosophically sophisticated, weren't they?
Very much so. Deeply committed to nonviolence. Their goal, they said, was to love segregation to death. Quite a radical idea.
Love segregation to death. How did that actually play out? How did they act on that?
Well, it was about moral witness, about empathy, not force, but that commitment. It was brutally tested during the Freedom Rides.
Right, the Freedom Rides. He sacrificed his college graduation for that.
He did, called it the most important decision in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And the violence they faced was just horrific.
The burning bus in Anniston, Alabama.
Yeah, and those awful jail cells in Birmingham. Dungeon-like, he described them. But even there, they refused food. They sang freedom songs, that unwavering spirit.
And that incredible moment in Montgomery when the mob attacked with pipes, bats, tire irons.
Warden tools even. Just brutal.
And Lewis told the group, do not run. Let's stand here together. Just counseling nonviolence in the face of that.
It's defining, isn't it? That steadfastness, even later in places like Parchment Farm. Real courage. Collective moral strength.
And he held on to those core beliefs, even when things shifted around him.
Yeah, the movement evolved. He chose to stick with SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, instead of going to work directly for King.
And later, SNCC itself shifted, didn't it, towards a more Black-controlled approach.
It did. But even then, Lewis argued for openness, for keeping the door open to all races. He had this independent streak, but grounded in principle.
How did that integrity show up later in his political life?
Well, you really see it in that tough congressional race against his friend Julian Bond.
Ah, right. That was contentious.
Extremely. And there were rumors, suggestions about Bond's alleged drug use. Lewis refused to go there.
He wouldn't use it against him?
No. Instead, he challenged Bond to take a drug test alongside him. It was about principle, about character over just winning.
That speaks volumes. And then fast forward to the 2008 primary. That was interesting, too.
Very. He initially backed Hillary Clinton, remember?
Right.
Went against the grain, against that huge wave of support for Barack Obama.
He even said something like, he is no Martin Luther King Jr. I knew Martin Luther King. Pretty strong words.
Yeah, definitely caused a stir. But then he eventually endorsed Obama.
Why the change? What did that show?
He explained it by saying he saw the Obama campaign as a movement, echoing the civil rights struggle. He felt he needed to be, quote, on the right side of history.
So adapting tactics while staying true to the core vision?
Exactly. Prioritizing the larger goal.
So thinking about all this, what's the takeaway for you listening? Lewis wasn't just this iconic activist figure. He was human.
Right. He evolved personally, too. Apparently, he went from secondhand suits to a more conservative and classy style, enjoyed a Nordstrom sale like anyone else.
Huh. But that connects to his everyman quality, doesn't it? Knowing the names of elevator operators, guards, janitors on Capitol Hill.
Absolutely. It all ties back to his vision of the beloved community. That wasn't just a slogan. It was about building real connections, seeing the dignity in everyone. A place of justice, love, peace.
His whole life, really, from that childhood protest about a chicken to becoming this legislative giant. It's a testament to persistent, principled action.
It really is. And it leaves us with a pretty important question, I think. How can Lewis's unwavering commitment to nonviolence, his vision of the beloved community, how can that inspire us today? How can we confront our own challenges, big or small, and work towards a more just, more loving society?
If you're enjoying what you hear, please consider taking a moment to subscribe, rate, like, and comment on any of the platforms you're listening from.
This really helps support our channel and allows us to get better and bring you even more great content.
If today's review sparked your interest and you're ready to dive into a copy of the book, please consider using the link in our description to make your purchase.
Not only does it make it easy for you to get your hands on the book, but it also directly supports our channel and the author, allowing us to keep bringing you more great content. Thanks again for being a part of the Daily Review community.